From over 100 contestants, only 3 remain.
We're looking for that amateur who can make it to the top as a professional chef. Someone who can handle the pressure and still turn out great food.
My love of food is now more so than ever.
2 expert judges to decide who wins.
There's only 1 in 1,000 who's got what it takes.
The person who's going to win is going to be the person who sticks their neck out.
The prize, to work in a top restaurant.
Cooking does not get tougher than this. Whoever wins this, it's going to change their life.
It would be disaster not to win.
MasterChef is going large. These 3 finalists are the MasterChef elite. Over the last 2 months, Dean, Daxa and Peter have been on an extraordinary food adventure. It's the final week and the stakes are getting higher.
Chef is telling me something else. I'm trying to do something else. 1 second, yeah?
In just 2 days' time, one of them will be crowned MasterChef. Today they'll be pushed to their cooking limits on board the luxury ocean liner, the QE2. So far in the competition, they've done mass catering, taking charge of cooking for the entire cast and crew of Silent Witness.
There's a thermidor or anything like that?
They've done fine dining, wowing revered chefs at one of the world's most famous restaurants. But this will be the first time they've been challenged to do both together.
Clearly something crazy is happening now.
Sir?
They face 2 tasks. First, they will cook breakfast for 1,000 passengers, and then they'll cook a 4-course dinner of their own design for the captain's table.
I expect the food to be of the absolute highest standard, and so do our guests. Anything less would not be acceptable.
Which contestant will sink and which will swim?
My heart really wants to win it, you know? I've never actually felt like this ever before. I've really not felt like this ever before, that I want something so much.
Every task that goes by, you know, the feeling of wanting to win this MasterChef title, you know, just gets stronger and stronger.
I keep trying to tell myself, just relax, don't get in a state, enjoy the ride, because I think ultimately what it's about with me is when I'm feeling good, my food is good. If I feel tense, that tension comes out in the food that I cook.
The contestants have arrived at Las Palmas, Gran Canaria, to rendezvous with the QE2 on the last leg of its world cruise. With cabins costing up to £150,000 for an around-the-world trip, both captain and passengers expect the best.
You are standing on the QE2, the world's most prestigious cruise liner, and boy, are we going to work you over the next couple of days.
This is where everything you've learnt comes together. This is where you understand about quality and volume.
Rise to the challenge, don't let us down, and really showcase your talents on this ship over this weekend.
The QE2, the fastest ocean liner in the world, sets sail for its 2-day voyage to Lisbon. As the passengers enjoy the sunset, the 3 finalists begin their first challenge. Peter, Dean and Daxa will have sole control of the egg section for tomorrow's breakfast.
Nice to meet you all. Okay. My name's Mark, I'm the chef de cuisine of Lido.
They face a tough task. Over 1,000 passengers are expected. Dean and Daxa will spend the next 3 hours preparing the vegetables for the omelettes.
Do you want to do the onion or mushrooms?
I'll do the mushrooms.
Okay, I'll do the onions then, all right?
Peter will have the tricky job of poaching 600 eggs, which will be chilled overnight. The 3 finalists have come a long way. Throughout the competition, Peter has shown he has a classic approach to French food and feels that winning MasterChef would give him an opportunity to fulfill a lifelong ambition to run his own restaurant.
It's terribly, terribly important for me right now to be able to make this change of direction in life. My past career is all but finished, really. I don't have the ability to make a living at it anymore. That's the reality. It's a young man's business.
He's had a run of mistakes in the semi-finals with his timings,
I owe you an apology immediately. I'm going to be approximately 2 minutes behind schedule. Well, it's worth waiting for.
And his sauces.
Well, I don't know what this sauce is supposed to be, but I'm just not picking up anything at all.
He's taken stock and has once again started to impress.
Well done, Peter. Beautiful piece on the steak.
I trust you've enjoyed everything so far. Thank you very much. Thank you.
But can he keep it up?
Peter looks tired. He's put a lot into this. The idea of cooking 1,000 eggs different ways, I don't think appeals to him at all.
Housewife Daxa is a master of traditional Indian food. Throughout the competition, she's shown time and time again that she can adapt and tackle other cuisines.
Service!
How many times do you actually practice that dish?
First time ever.
Ever?
Ever?
Ever.
Well done. It was well executed dish. Well done, you. Well done. Lovely.
But under the intense pressure of the professional kitchen, she often loses her cool.
You got 15 minutes, right?
He should have done the job in the first place. He should have done it right.
Done it.
You know, at the end of the day, you know? I personally think that I am hot-headed, but if things don't go my way, that's my character inside me, I lose it.
We know that Daxa has the energy levels as long as somebody shows her what to do and gives her really explicit instructions, but she will follow it through. She will have the energy, she will have the enthusiasm, she can do it.
Despite his inexperience, Dean's natural talent and hard work has earned him a place in the finals. In the earlier rounds, this rookie chef learnt by example, but in the final week he's found his feet, demonstrating leadership qualities when the going's been tough.
Guys, you're going to have to really try and stay a little bit cleaner because it's getting too messy. I am most inexperienced by a long way. Right, come on, guys. All I can do is keep learning, keep picking up tips, keep picking up, techniques, and, just keep progressing.
Dean has an interesting challenge tomorrow. He will be working on his own individual section. And the egg sections, whichever one he gets tomorrow morning, he will have to rely upon his own abilities because each one of those three is going to be extraordinarily busy.
Dean and Daxa are on top of preparing the vegetables. However, Peter's having problems with the 20-gallon vat he's got to cook the eggs in.
To be honest, I'm not terribly happy with them at the moment. Normally I'm very used to cooking poached eggs one at a time, and cooking 20 at a time is a very different story. They're just not good. They're either overcooked or the whites have been stripped away. I think it's the result of the temperature being too high.
And there are more problems.
I've accidentally just poked myself with the point of a knife.
We don't have plasters in the galley.
Really?
I'm not joking, no. So we need to go down to the hospital and everything has to be put into procedure. It's all about procedure, you know.
Come on, quickly, quickly, come on.
Daxa is going to lose precious prep time as the ship's hospital is 6 floors down and at the opposite end of the ship. This is bad news for Peter because the chef's not there to help. He's struggling to turn the heat down on the cooking vats.
I probably need some help with working out how this thing works. I'm really having trouble with this thing. Clearly something crazy is happening now. Excuse me, chef. Is this temperature up? Could you help, please?
20 minutes later, Daxa returns from the hospital.
I've got to get back in because I'm falling behind and I need to get back into track.
Things are about to get worse for Peter. Chef de cuisine Mark is back to check his progress.
This one's not good. The yolk's overcooked straight away, okay? This one, well, that's a bad one. Bad. This one's a no-no. Oh, good. That one's a no-no.
All of Peter's poached eggs are ruined.
Unfortunately for any chef, you've got to get used to the environment that you're working in. We're getting there now, so that's the main thing.
With the chef controlling the equipment, he rushes to make up for lost time.
Swiss cheese, I'll just pass
it's almost midnight. All the prep is done.
Remember, you need to cook things fast, okay?
They'll be up again in 5 hours' time. It's early morning. and only 2 of the contestants have turned up to make breakfast.
Do some sleep.
During the night, Peter has been taken ill. The ship's doctor puts him under quarantine.
Unfortunately, he is so sick that he can't cook today. I'm very sorry about that, but we have to stick to the rules, procedures.
Daxa and Dean are on their own. This morning they'll have to cook omelettes and fried eggs for up to 1,000 passengers. Daxa will take on the omelettes, while Dean will cook the fried eggs and Peter's poached eggs. Working in front of the diners, there'll be nowhere to hide.
Breakfast always makes me very, very nervous. It's when the pressure goes on and you're doing volume and it has to be at the quality level they're expecting on the QE2. It scares me.
With 6,000 eggs eaten daily, this will be their biggest challenge yet.
What can I get for you, madam? 1 fried egg, just on the side.
Sir? Thank you very much.
They've been cooking solidly for 20 minutes. With orders backing up, Dean can't cope.
Put them
Daxa?
in the glasses.
Daxa, who were the eggs for? The over easy?
Pardon?
2 over easy, who were they for?
I've got an omelette order here. So
Okay,
give me a little
you
bit.
can have these then, sir.
And you want a cheese?
Right.
Daxa's unfazed, turning out plate after plate of perfect omelettes. They've served over 300 passengers. There's still 700 more expected. John and Greg are keeping an eye on their progress.
Yes, sir, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like onion, a little bit of ham. How are you coping with cooking so many at a time?
It's just remembering who's ordered what. Your eggs, sir, soft in the middle, sir.
Very good. Peter's not here.
Yes.
Has it made a big difference, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's made a difference. It's been really crazy this morning, actually. How's that for you, sir?
I'd like that a little bit more.
A little bit more?
And why does my egg now look so battered? It looks like it's been attacked by the ship's cat. There should be 3 of them. There was 1 man down, so they've had to take on all those extra jobs as well. Daxa can't physically go any faster. Dean's feeling the pressure and is getting a bit scruffy around the edges. I think actually Daxa's doing okay. I think it's really hard to remember order after order after order that keeps coming. There's no dockets.
What do I get for you, madam? 1 fried egg. 1 fried egg.
The queue is backing up, and there's that pressure on them all the time. They're feeling that pressure, and that makes them nervous. That means they'll make mistakes.
At the moment, I'm not calm and collected because there's still a lot of people coming through.
They're 2 hours into service. Dean is having to cope with 2 types of eggs, and his standards are slipping.
1 egg fried. Would you like me to do another one, madam? Is that okay?
Some of Dean's eggs are awful. Turned one over a minute ago and broke it, and then served it up to the guy. We didn't say, like, I'm sorry, let me do you another one, or have that one, would you like another one as well? And the guy was like looking down, really disappointed, didn't know what to say to him.
And Dean keeps on making mistakes. It's 10:30 and service is winding down. They've served over 1,000 people.
Right.
Well done, you. Well done.
Zach.
Well done. Well done.
Down in his cabin, Peter is still unwell.
To have come thus far in the competition and to be poleaxed at the penultimate fence is not my idea of fun.
But for the 2 remaining contestants, there's no let-up. After proving they can cook for great numbers, it's time to show they can cook to 5-star standards for the captain and 8 VIP guests.
Now have a look around at these splendid surroundings. This is the Coronia restaurant and the captain's table is over there. Have a good look at that table. That's probably the most important dining table on the whole ship. Your chance to cook for the captain. It's an honour, guys. Do us proud.
The contestants will have just 3 hours to cook a 4-course meal of their own design for the captain and his 8 VIP guests. Dean and Daxa will be working under the guidance of head chef Bernard Stumfel, a man who's used to meeting the captain's exacting standards.
The captain expects, as he is the master of QE2, the top standard. So he will be looking at the menu, he will analyze it, and I'm sure if he doesn't like it, he's not going to beat behind the bushes. He will say, okay, this is no good.
They'll be working in the huge galleys of the QE2 alongside 100 chefs who serve 8,000 meals a day. In 1 week, passengers consume 75 pounds of caviar, 60 pounds of foie gras and 1,000 bottles of champagne. Dean will be making 2 starters, seared scallops with fennel puree and chive butter, and chicken livers en brioche with orange and Madeira. Daxa's 2 main course options are a herb-crusted rack of lamb with sweet potatoes in a wonton basket and pan-fried tilapia fish in mango sauce. She'll also have the difficult task of cooking all the vegetables that go with the dishes. To make matters worse, Peter's illness means Dean and Daxa will have to cook his dishes from his handwritten recipe notes. Dean will have to make Peter's technically demanding desserts, a rhubarb clafoutis and kumquats with a poached meringue. Daxa will make Peter's pumpkin and garlic soup. After a bad performance with the eggs this morning, Dean's keen that tonight is a success.
Just want to make sure I don't make any mistakes today, because obviously if I make a mistake, I'm going to set myself back, you know, too much. Might not be able to pull it back, so I'll really concentrate.
I can't just put things on the plate with willy-nilly. I have to make sure that it's to perfection.
With 2 hours to go before service, John and Greg arrive to check how they're coping without Peter.
How are you getting on generally, Dean?
I'm okay. In a way, it's obviously a burden having someone else's dishes to do. But in another way, I'm getting a chance to show myself off a little.
A pro kitchen's very much like a theatre, and the show simply must go on.
I'm confident I can pull this off.
Dean may be feeling confident, but Daxa is feeling the pressure.
How do you feel about having to tackle Peter's as well as your own dishes?
It's difficult. It really is. I mean, as it is, I've got a lot of work on my own dish. So, and also trying to do Peter's dish is going to be very, very difficult.
Daxa, one small piece of advice from me, and that's preparation. If you can get your preparation out of the way, then you can fine-tune everything right at the last minute. If you don't have time to fine-tune, it's only going to be average food, and it's not going to be up to the standard these guys expect.
Between them, they have to cook 7 different dishes of 5-star quality. They have to work with strange equipment in a vast kitchen. And with an hour until service, the pressure is on.
Oh, man, lost it. Chef? Yes? I kind of lost it, it's gone.
Daxa is keen to make hand-carved potato balls, but Chef Bernard thinks she hasn't got time and demands that she simplifies her potatoes.
I'm just going to blanch them and then just put them in oil and just butter and just warm it through, and then I can do the serving.
I'm getting worried. Come on now.
You're getting worried, Chef?
Yeah. You don't have time. You don't have time. You don't have time, you know? The thing is, you get it done quickly and you don't muck around with it.
Yeah, chef. That potatoes is going to take just as long as my marble potatoes. I'm not going to use them. I'm still going to make my own. I don't care. I'm still going to make my marble potatoes because that's my dish. It's I want to win. I want to impress the captain.
In true Daxa style, starts off very calm, big smile on her face, very confident. And then now we see the time slipping away and she's getting a little bit panicky and a little bit upset. That scares me, Greg. There is a chef in here who knows what he's doing. She needs to sit and listen, and she needs to calm herself down, because it's dangerous.
Dean, on the other hand, looks calm, collected, looks tired, but he looks like he's holding it together. He's had the 2 puddings to make from Peter, and I think he's well underway. He's got a scallop dish, which is pan-fried, plus a sauce that goes with it. He's got a chicken liver dish, which is pan-fried as well. Loads of pans going, 1 full of scallops, 1 full of chicken livers, 8 people. Yeah, that's not easy.
With 10 minutes to go, Dean and Daxa are working full pelt in the kitchen, while the captain and his guests arrive for dinner.
He's there. He's actually in the dining room now.
Head chef Bernard is worried that they aren't ready.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, okay, chef. I'll take care of it.
Move on.
Yeah, please leave me. I'll take care of it. What's the bloody panic? You know, give it time. You know, I like to do things at my pace. You know, I don't like this rushing business.
For this moment, in 10 minutes, the food will not go out. No, they're going to be a little bit delayed. Yeah, it will. I hope the captain isn't going to eat some sandwich tonight.
The captain and his guests are spoilt night after night on the QE2 with the finest food. The contestants' dishes must impress.
So, here it is. There's 4 scallops and 5 liver. The lamb is 2 medium rare, 2 medium and 1 well done.
Oh God, what is it, 2 medium?
Orders in, it's service. Both of Dean's starters have to be cooked to order, which means he has to juggle 5 different pans all in one go.
If I don't get this going like that, then it's not going to go.
Yeah, but chef is telling me something else. I'm trying to do something else. 1 second, yeah? Dean, if I don't take my lamb out, it's going to burn.
My helpers pretty much disappeared on me. So,
Their teamwork has fallen down and they're running behind schedule. The maitre d' is not happy.
We're running late. I need some action, please.
The captain and his guests have been waiting 10 minutes for their first course, and Daxa and Dean still need to plate up.
This is where we need our cloths here. We're going to burn our hands here terribly.
get the plates down then. Where's the...
These plates are so hot.
Have we got the spinach right here, Dad?
The spinach?
Yeah, is it right here?
No, it's probably out.
By the time soup is going, you can bring your stuff here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Start making the plates.
Okay, right, okay. Stick a scallop
On where?
on top of these.
Okay, you go right there. One, how many?
1 on each.
Let's move it, yeah? Let's go, man.
Finally, the starters go out, but Dean is unhappy with Daxa's presentation.
Daxa, plate it up like that, so I'm going to have to go with it. We had a bit of a balls up with the sauce on the scallops. I wanted it presented around the side, and where we were rushing, like Daxa, just puts them on top of the scallops.
I didn't see the presentation dish, so basically I thought they were going on the top, so I just put them on the top. Only one plate, only one plate.
Plates were out there presented how they were supposed to get.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was trying to do my own things, you see, so I didn't have time to look at your presentation dish.
Dean's starters arrive at the captain's table. Seared scallops with a fennel puree and chive butter sauce. Pan-fried chicken livers on brioche with caramelised oranges.
And other than the fact that it arrived perhaps a little bit slower than I would normally expect at this table, it was an interesting choice of starter and one that I haven't seen used on board this ship before.
The presentation was excellent. It looked pretty. The texture's lovely, it tastes like velvet. And the orange really complements it.
I've got the scallops. The texture is just wonderful.
Back in the kitchen, Daxa is so keen to get on with serving her main course that she's forgotten about Peter's soup.
Guys, I need a soup, please. I'm not asking that the lamb goes out. They're just eating the appetizer. Then they eat the soup.
Ah, chef is saying something else. You're saying something else.
The thing is, soup is not a goal.
Yes, why is he panicking then?
He is not panicking. He's telling to organize your stuff here.
It's all organized.
No, he is not panicking, okay? He's telling to organize your stuff here, okay? Which you are not getting it.
Daxa's in a bit of a panic at the moment. She's just really focused on what she wants to do rather than, getting the help that, we can give her.
Where's the croutons?
The next course finally goes out. Pumpkin and garlic soup topped with herb croutons.
The croutons went a bit soft, but the soup itself was delicious.
I'm quite impressed with it. I think this is very nice.
Peter's recipe is a big success. Back in the kitchen, it's time for the main course, and Daxa and head chef Bernard are not seeing eye to eye. She's overcomplicated the way she's plating up her vegetable rings.
Chef, I can't make the rings ready without having the plate, chef.
If we're in the front here, I tell you what you do, and then you do what I say now. You take the rings, put the haricots in, and have it in summerlin and have it warm. That's it. And then when the service is, you just take the ring and put it on. We do not alle minute put the rings in. We're going to be here by 10 o'clock in the evening, okay? Listen what I'm saying.
Dean comes in to help Daxa plate up her lamb, which is just as well as she's lost her fish course.
Where's the steamer?
Where's the fish?
Fish is done.
What a girl!
She
here.
can't remember which of the ovens she's left her fish in. With seconds to spare, she finds them.
They're ready for the main course, guys, yeah? Let's go.
Daxa serves her 2 dishes, rack of lamb with a wonton basket, green beans and mint sauce, and tilapia fish with square potatoes and corn shack.
That lamb is cooked the way I like it, so I've got no quarrel with it.
The lamb is a success, but what about the wonton basket?
I mean, this is actually quite difficult to eat, really.
It's really important.
So I've given up.
The fish for me, I would have liked maybe a little vegetable with it. It just looked a little bland.
Daxa's 2 main courses have received mixed reviews. Back in the kitchen, there's no let-up. Dean is living on his wits to make Peter's desserts.
I haven't got any idea whatsoever what a dessert is supposed to look like. Just going to go off intuition and keep the fingers crossed. Poached meringues, it's a pretty tricky art to it.
Has he mastered Peter's 2 technically difficult dishes? A rhubarb clafoutis and kumquats with a poached meringue.
I was quite interested to see how it has to turn out, but that really does look nice.
It does.
Oh boy.
Not nice?
This is seriously nice.
Cheers, actually, yeah.
Well, that's a lovely bitter taste to it.
Yeah.
Once again, Peter's recipe ideas are a huge hit. It's nearly midnight. Dean and Daxa have been cooking since 5 this morning. It's down to John and Greg to give the final verdict on how the contestants got on.
What a day.
What a day.
What a day.
Peter's recipe's delivered.
I know we couldn't judge him because the poor fella's ill, but his soup, they absolutely loved. It was his recipe, and they absolutely loved the dessert.
I could have been in there cooking for the captain's table, instead of which I was sitting here drinking water and taking antibiotics and feeling rather sorry for myself.
Daxa started falling to pieces and snapping at the people around her. Tonight's dinner, she lost it with that chef. At the end of the day, I know she was under pressure, but that was his kitchen, not hers.
This ship has a lot of people working on it. They have to come together as a team. And you know, you have to have some sort of form of authority. She wouldn't listen.
This is all about winning. It's not about, oh, just doesn't matter, who cares? And I want it in perfection. And if that doesn't go out in perfection, you know, I lose my brownie point.
Dean, on the other hand, really did pull out the stops there. He did. He'd served up good food for them, and he appeared calm.
You know, I'm dreaming of winning. I'm really hoping I can go on. Just fingers crossed. I really want to pull it off.
It's very hard to judge them, and they've all got strengths, they've all got weaknesses. John, we are coming very quickly to the end of this. We've got to make a decision soon.
The competition's really hotting up. We are in for a fantastic final, and it's not far away.
It's a hell of a difference between the very good and the sublime.
Yes, Chef. The first attempt, I think you've done fantastically well.
The chef was pleased with me.
Very good indeed.
If we're talking Michelin star, then I don't think it is fine, actually.